When a second child is born into a family, the dynamic often changes in ways that are impossible to reverse. The firstborn, who once enjoyed undivided attention, finds themselves sharing or even losing that spotlight. Naturally, the second child tends to draw more attention from caregivers, leaving the firstborn feeling sidelined. This sudden shift can create feelings of inadequacy, even invisibility, as the firstborn struggles to adjust to their new reality. This phenomenon isn't just a modern issue. It has roots in some of history's oldest stories. Perhaps no firstborn embodies this sense of displacement better than Ishmael, the son of Abraham, whose life was forever altered by the birth of his younger brother, Isaac. Ishmael's story, as told in the Bible, is one of rejection, hardship, and divine intervention, a narrative that sheds light on the emotional toll of being cast aside. Ishmael, the firstborn forgotten. From the very start, Ishmael's existence was complicated. His mother, Hagar, was Sarah's handmaid. Sarah, Abraham's wife, desperately wanted a child but was unable to conceive. Driven by impatience and a desire to fulfill God's covenant with Abraham, Sarah urged her husband to marry with Hagar. Ishmael was the result of this arrangement. Yet, instead of being celebrated, his birth became a source of tension. When Ishmael was born, Sarah's attitude toward him and his mother soured. Though the Bible offers limited details about their relationship, it is clear that Sarah mistreated Hagar after she became pregnant. Overwhelmed by this treatment, Hagar fled into the wilderness. It was here that an angel appeared, offering her comfort and a prophecy about her son's future. The angel promised that Ishmael would become the father of a great nation, despite the challenges he would face. Sarah's resentment, a turning point. After Isaac was born, the dynamic in Abraham's household changed drastically. Sarah's animosity toward Ishmael intensified when she saw Ishmael mocking Isaac during a celebratory feast. Her bitterness boiled over. She demanded that Abraham cast out Hagar and Ishmael, declaring, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac." Sarah's decision to banish Ishmael wasn't just about Isaac's safety. It reflected her unresolved resentment. Ishmael reminded her of the choices she had made, choices she now regretted. No longer able to bear the sight of him, she forced Abraham to send them away. It was an act of rejection so complete that it defined Ishmael's life. Life in the wilderness, Ishmael's hardship. Banished to the desert, Hagar and Ishmael faced an uncertain future. With limited resources, survival seemed impossible. But as they wandered in despair, God intervened once again. The Bible describes how, hearing Ishmael's cries, an angel appeared to Hagar, offering guidance and hope. The angel reassured her, saying, "Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying. Lift him up, for I will make him into a great nation." This moment marked a turning point in Ishmael's story. Despite the rejection he faced from Sarah and the hardships he endured, he was not forgotten by God. Instead, he was promised a legacy, a destiny that would unfold in ways even Sarah could not have foreseen. Ishmael's legacy, a father of nations. Though Ishmael's life was filled with challenges, his significance cannot be overstated. He is recognized as the progenitor of the Arabian people and a key figure in the foundation of Islam. His descendants became as numerous as the stars, fulfilling the promise made to Hagar in the wilderness. The name Ishmael itself carries profound meaning. In ancient Semitic cultures, it translates to "God has hearkened" or "God will hear." signifying the divine attention given to his plight. This name serves as a reminder that, despite the circumstances of his birth and the rejection he faced, Ishmael was destined for greatness. Sarah's role, a study in impatience and regret. Sarah's role in Ishmael's story is both central and complex. Her decision to offer Mary Hagar to Abraham was rooted in impatience. She doubted God's promise of a child and sought to take matters into her own hands. Yet, when her plan succeeded, she was unprepared for the consequences. Her jealousy and resentment toward Hagar and Ishmael reveal the emotional toll of her choices. Some interpret Ishmael's existence as a punishment for Sarah, a constant reminder of her attempt to control God's plan. Her treatment of Hagar and Ishmael is often viewed as a reflection of her inner turmoil, as she struggled to reconcile her actions with the reality they created. The prophecy, Ishmael's struggles and strengths. The angel's prophecy about Ishmael foretold a life of struggle, described as a wild donkey of a man. Ishmael was destined to live in conflict, with his hand against everyone and everyone's hand against him. This description highlights the difficulties he would face, both in forming relationships and in navigating a world that seemed determined to oppose him. Yet, the prophecy also emphasized Ishmael's resilience. Despite the hardships, he would endure and ultimately thrive. This duality of struggle and strength defines Ishmael's character and underscores his importance in the biblical narrative. God's mercy, a covenant for Ishmael. While the primary covenant was made with Isaac, Ishmael was not forgotten. God assured Abraham that Ishmael would be blessed, promising, "I will make him fruitful and will greatly increase his numbers. He will be the father of 12 rulers, and I will make him into a great nation." This blessing reflects God's recognition of Ishmael's place in Abraham's lineage. Though he was not the child of the covenant, he was still a son of Abraham, deserving of a legacy. This act of mercy highlights the compassionate nature of God's promises, even in the face of human failings. The final test, survival in the desert. The story of Ishmael reaches its emotional climax when he and Hagar are on the brink of death in the wilderness, with their water supply gone. Hagar places Ishmael under a bush and weeps, unable to watch her son die. But once again, God intervenes. An angel appears, providing water and reaffirming the promise of Ishmael's future. This moment serves as a powerful reminder of God's faithfulness. Despite the rejection and hardships Ishmael faced, he was never abandoned. His survival and eventual prosperity stand as a testament to divine providence. Ishmael's enduring impact. Ishmael's story is one of resilience, rejection, and redemption. As a father of many nations, his legacy extends far beyond his struggles. His life serves as a reminder that even those cast aside by society can achieve greatness. Ishmael's journey, though marked by hardship, ultimately reflects the power of perseverance and the enduring nature of God's promises. Through Ishmael, we see the complexities of family dynamics, the consequences of human decisions, and the redemptive power of faith. His story continues to inspire, offering lessons that resonate across generations.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.